Back again with another video, and we're going to expose the LA wildfires. So this is the one I watched last night. Now I break it down last night. Like I tell you, BlackRock is responsible for this wildfire. So we're gonna get into it. Let me go ahead and play it.
Hi, I'm Brian Ward. I'm a graduate of Columbia Southern University. Considering going to school.
All right.
You remember the last time I asked y'all to smack that all on the floor, smack that, give me some more, smack that, oh, smack that like button, and do the share button thing, and do all the buttons, and you smack them. Well, that worked out pretty damn good.
Like,
Now
share,
what
and
it ran
subscribe.
into is, it just proved to me that everybody's not about smacking that. Yeah. I'm gonna need you to smack that in order for this to work. Yeah, I'm gonna need for you to smack that all on the floor. All these buttons over here, I'm gonna need you to smack them right now. Quit playing with my emotions, Smokey. Smack the dang on buttons, man. Hold on 1 second. We about to get to the bottom of this, ladies and gentlemen. This don't make no sense
Shout to Doc
whatsoever.
Waters. Shout to
Welcome
him.
to the Dark Waters Channel, where we explore
Shout to
mysteries,
him.
figure out the truth, dive into politics, and anything else you want to know about. That's what we're doing over here, baby. Let's go. And today, we get ready to play a little game. So, can you read in between the
The
lines?
lines.
Can you read in between the
Between the
lines?
lines.
Yeah, there's a lot going on right now.
You got to
And
read
nobody
between the
seems to be
lines,
talking.
folks.
Nobody's making a connections to point A plus point B, jumping from the East Coast to the West Coast to the South. Nobody's seeing it. But let's go ahead and run through it really quickly. Starting with this. Donald J. Trump in California, when he went out to talk to everyone when he went to see the disaster, he said some strange things, ladies
Things.
and gentlemen.
Some
Some
real
very
strange
strange
things.
things were said, and nobody wants to talk about it. All these people be like, oh, we cover the conspiracies, and they don't be hitting on nothing. Listen.
The biggest in the history of California, I think, has anything bigger than that happened in the whole country ever. It looks like, I don't want to say what it looks like, but you know what I'm going to say.
Oh, let's break this shit down. We need to say this now. He said something unnatural happens and no water because you know why? They turn off the water, so they won't get no water. So BlackRock, what he did is they knock on people's doors and ask people they want to sell their house. Right? With the video last night, they knock on people's house. People say no, all right, we ain't gonna sell our houses. So guess what he did? They fly the plane and shoot a laser and hit the house, and all the houses, the neighborhood just burned down. So they can build the smart cities and convert cities, but basically smart cities. All right, let's just play it again. Well, we breaking that shit down.
It looks like something hit it, and we won't talk about
Oh,
what.
right there. And it looked like something hit it. You hear what he just said just now? It looked like something hit it. A laser. That's what hit it. A laser. Because the flyer plane, they shoot the laser down and hit the community, and there you go. Because people won't sell their house so they can build smart cities. I'm about to break this shit all the way down, man. You heard this head. You just heard what he just said this now. Yeah, y'all better read between the damn lines, man. Cause we're exposing it.
But it is a bad, bad situation.
It's a bad situation. What he just said. And that's a little strange, don't you know? All right.
It looks like something hit it. We won't talk about what hit it,
Hit,
but it looks like something hit it.
hit it. Mm-hmm.
It's a bad, bad
They
situation.
wish it.
That's what the man said.
Something
Let me
hit
see
it.
if I can find a clearer audio where he says it, where you can hear it much better.
We're putting America first. We're putting, in this case, North Carolina and California. We're going to do a good job in California. That is a disaster like, I don't know if we've ever seen anything like it, frankly. They say the biggest in the history of California. I think, has anything bigger than that happened in the whole country ever? It looks like, I don't want to say what it looks like, but you know what I'm going to say. It looks like
I don't know what it look. I don't know what it looks like, but it looked like something hit it. You understand that, yo? He said, I don't. You heard what he just said? He said, I don't want to know what hits it, but he knows what hits it. Read between the lines. Oh, I don't want to say it, because he knows. Oh, he knows. Sound like something hit it.
something hit it, and we won't talk about what hit it.
Oh, something hit it, but we won't talk about what hit it. Expose number one. Expose number one. Let's continue.
But it is a bad, bad situation.
It's a bad situation. Expose number two. I hope y'all listening. I hope y'all read between the lines.
And I guess I'm going to meet with some government officials, but I mean, much more importantly, and in California, just to revert to it for a second, millions of gallons of water are waiting to be poured down through already the half pipes that are already built. I mean, they've been up for 40.
Now, very important. He just said this now. He said all they have to do is go to the northwest, the Pacific, which is the Pacific Ocean and Canada, and get the water, and then that's all you had to do to put the fires out. Read between the lines, y'all.
Years, and about 20 years ago, they turned off the water. And it's the water that comes from the Pacific Northwest. Some of it comes out of Canada.
What did I just tell you? What did I just tell you? What did I just tell you? Read between the lines. What did I just tell you? Wake up, people. Wake the fuck up. Read between the lines. Let's continue.
Flowed there for 1,000,000 years, and they turned it off and they routed out to the Pacific. And in the meantime, you don't have water in the hydrants, you don't have water in the sprinkler system.
Mr. President, it's not water, it's water. They don't have no water. I hate to correct you, Mr. President, but it's not water, it's water. They don't have no damn water.
It's the craziest
I told y'all keep watching the waters, man. Everybody be acting like I'm crazy.
thing I've ever seen. And everyone's trying to figure out why aren't they turning it back? They say it's the Delta smelt in St. Kitts, but I find that hard to believe.
The Delta smell. So it's a purpose to turn it off. BlackRock turn it off. So when they set down, when they shoot the lasers and burn their community down, there's no way you can stop the fire. Man, I'm on fire right now. Man, I'm on fire. You gotta read between the lines. I'm on fire. All right, man. Let's continue.
We'll figure it out. And without doing that, you're going to continue to have problems.
Now, I hate to interrupt you right now, ladies and gentlemen, because I know we just getting this video started, but according to the Short Bus Analytics, there's a significant amount of people whose attention span is 4 minutes short. So I came to the early short bus riders to tell you that you need to keep watching the damn video. Because the video is going to explain something really important. So I know that there's this chance that you're sitting there saying, well, I've heard all this before. You ain't heard a damn thing. You think you heard something. That's the problem. That's why you're on the short bus, because you think you know it all. Stay on the bus. Get on the long bus with us. Get off the short bus. The reason why you're on the short bus is because you think you know everything. Remember Gavin Newsom looking like he lost his damn mind? Do you remember Gavin Newsom on television looking like a damn psychopathic criminal, weaving back and forth and bobbing back and forth and looking like he lost his freaking mind? And everybody's making fun of Gavin because Gavin is retarded. But if you really go back and look at Gavin from the perspective of something actually taking place, and we just working our way to something happening. We ain't got to what it is that happened yet. We'll get to that real soon. But now let's go back and look at Gavin Newsom from the perspective of something hit California.
I want to know the answers. So I'm the governor.
We already
I
know
want
the
to know the
answers.
answer. I've got that question. I can't
Because
tell you
you're
how many
part
people,
of it.
what happened. My own team saying what happened. And I want to get the answers. And I wasn't getting, I'll be candid with you, I wasn't getting straight answers.
Yeah.
I watched the press conference. I met with some of those leaders. Start talking to local leaders, saying what's going on. Our state, weren't getting straight answers. I was getting different answers. When you start getting different answers, then I'm not getting into the actual story. And
Gavin, you already know because you're part of it. You take part in it. You take part in it. So you know what's going on, Gavin. You know BlackRock did it. You know BlackRock did it. And you are part of it as well. And you know this. Let's continue. So maybe, yeah, you know what they did. But some things they didn't tell you. But you're afraid. You're afraid, boy. Anyway, let's move on.
necessity. And then I get that as well. You have a little bit of grace. Back to the point. We're in this emergency environment and everything else. So I just want to determine the facts. But no one has any patience anymore. In this weaponized, back to the grievance of Trump.
Oh, it's
There's
weaponized.
immediacy. And lies travel the proverbial world. And it's hard to get the facts out there unless you have backing of those facts and you can communicate them soberly. And so that's what we're trying to achieve as well as this. But I have 10 other things we're doing concurrently as well. I mean, across the board on recovery, disaster assistance, getting the major disaster declaration. It may be the first one in U.S.
This
history
is
over
something really
text
important.
with the White House within literally 36 hours to get 100% reimbursement for folks out here. We've been working concurrently in all of these areas. We're doing executive orders as I speak as it relates to recovery and land use, dealing with speculation and fraud, and trying to address issues of the Coastal Commission here and address the issue of planning permits and how we address all of the myriad of needs for small businesses, all of this in real time. Again, as the state, even though this is not a state responsibility area, to support the city and the county that are overwhelmed at this moment.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want you to be confused. You see, there's a little bit of this is him covering his behind.
Yeah.
But
very important. Well, he just said it now.
He sits there and says, well, I don't know what happened. Now, of course, he know what happened
Hey,
with
cool.
the water. He know ain't no damn water. He the reason why they ain't got no water. Yeah, he know that.
I told you, he's behind it.
What else he don't understand?
He's behind it.
He
take part in it. He take part in it. He take part in it. So he's behind it as well. He's not. He's guilty too. He's guilty too. Because BlackRock did it, and Gavin Newsom behind it as well. But he might be a little misinformed behind that part too, because they ain't telling everything. So yeah, just like read between the lines, folks.
There ain't no water in the damn pump faucet. But see, this you gotta understand about wicked people, evil people. See, they don't just tell lies; they mix truth in with lies. So something happened that he's not aware of exactly what it was that happened. Now he knows the
That's
role
why he's a little
that
scared.
He played,
That's why he's
his
scared a
role
little
in
bit.
neglect. Absolutely. He knows the role he played in the neglect. He knows
That's
he
what I
was
just said.
supposed to do.
That's what I just said.
But he knows something is weird about these fires as well.
Oh, he knows.
So that's what I'm trying to point out.
Oh, he
Somebody may
knows.
say, well, GW, that's just him dodging responsibility. Yeah. That's level one manipulation. We passed that. We know he a crooked dude that didn't do what he was supposed to do. Take that out of your brain and put it to the side. That's a given. See, this is what I was telling you about how people get deceived because they be like, well, I know Gavin is this and he did this. Yeah, that's obvious.
If you don't believe in, climate science, you have to believe your own eyes. Places, traditions, lifestyles being radically changed in real time. Just think about it in the state of California, just the last few years, 3 towns have been wiped off the map. Greenville, Grizzly Flats, you recall a few years ago.
Whoa. You heard we just said this now. You heard who just said this now. That's very important. Very important. So we're gonna break this all the way down. So let him continue talking. Because the more he talk, the more he gonna expose himself.
Nice. The extreme heat, extreme weather, extreme drought. The wets are getting a lot wetter, not just the dry is getting drier. We have radically reorganized our thinking and we've taken our ambition and now we're manifesting an action that is world beating. What I mean by that is we have not just set forth the most audacious goals, we backed up those goals with regulation and laws. There's no jurisdiction anywhere in the world that has set now more ambition backed up by not just policy and a regulatory framework, but by a record-breaking $54 billion we put up in this year's budget to fast track our transition to low carbon green growth. So, and with all due respect to those conservative governors out there, Greg Abbott and others, they're as dumb as they want to be, and they're just doubling down on stupid, and we will not follow their path. We're going in a completely different direction.
You heard
That's
this.
clearly obvious.
It's
That's
clear.
as obvious as if you don't cut your toenails for over a year, you're not gonna be able to get your feet in your shoes. That's obvious, right?
Mhm.
We ain't talking about the obvious. This is the damn dark waters. And you'd be like, oh, just take too long. Swim or drown. Yeah. So here we are. We're at this point where he says multiple times, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. And you got to know what words to seize on. And if you go back and find out what when in the emotion, in the moment, when everything is going on, when the fires are still burning behind him, and you look at him swaying back and forth like a Sasquatch, because that's what he's doing, like a Sasquatch holding on to a tree, swaying back and forth, you'll realize, oh no.
Mhm.
That boy is scared.
He's scared.
That boy is scared.
He's scared.
Yeah. You don't see that fear on that boy. Because something happened. Yeah. That boy is scared. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm from New Orleans. We see stuff different. You know what I'm saying? That boy was scared because something went down.
It
And
went
that boy wasn't filled
Black
in on
Rock.
all of it. No,
Black
he
Rock.
wasn't filled in on all of it. And I'm going to go a little bit further.
It
I
fought
don't
him
like Gavin
all the
Newsom.
way.
But I consider something. I need you to consider something. Gavin Newsom clearly wanted to be president of the United States of America.
There's an intangible, it's different. How are you feeling about the switch? I mean, the switch. Now we went through a very open process, a very inclusive process.
Now listen carefully. They're talking about the switch. Which is got something to do with the water. Also had to do something with the fire. Pay attention, read between the lines, y'all. Very important. So we're going to expose BlackRock and the LA fires and Gavin Newsom at the same time. Pay attention.
I know, you know that. Yes, that's what we told you.
Yes, it was the Blitz primary. That's right.
The Blitz primary.
I think it was a complete primary, so about 30-minute convention. Between another tweet.
Amazing how it happened.
Yeah, it's been amazing. But what is amazing is how unified everybody is. I mean, it's next level.
So
He had to want to be president of the United States of America. When you go back and look at what was happening with him and Kamala Harris, how he said, well, they chose Kamala and blah, 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 blah. Gavin don't want the worst fire in American history wrapped around his damn neck. No politician worth his salt wants a disaster wrapped around their neck. Yeah, we in the dark waters now. Everybody be, look at conspiracy theories. I knew this. No, you ain't thinking. They screwed him too. Yeah, they screwed him too. Can
Yeah,
Gavin Newsom ever
that's what
be
I just
president of
said.
anything? You don't,
They
anybody
they
will
for him a
ever vote
little
for
bit,
Gavin
but
Newsom to
ain't
be a
take him a
damn
lot of
dog catcher.
things. So he got screwed in the
So the
mix.
globalists screwed Gavin,
Yep, that's what I just said.
but nobody see it.
They can't because people
So when he's
blind.
sitting there saying, I want to know what happened. That man's whole career went up in flames. Whether you like him or
I'm
not,
not.
get to
Look, what it is BlackRock, which is the elitists, they went to the planes. They fly a plane above the community and light on take the they take a laser and laser the house on fire and the car melt. The car melt. That's what happened. BlackRock did it. BlackRock did it. Gavin Newsom's part of it, but BlackRock ain't for him on a lot of things. He behind it, yes, as well, but he the BlackRock left him out a lot of things. So yes, he don't know a lot of things, but he know a little bit. So because he part of it a little bit, he part of it. So yeah, you got to use your discernment, read between the lines. You gotta be woke to understand this stuff. This ain't for the weak. This ain't for the. This ain't for if you brainwash program indoctrinated. This ain't for you. This is for the wokes, people who woke up. Let's get back into it.
a higher level where you see him for what it is. Whether you like him or not, whether he's a used car salesman or not, think outside of yourself. Sit back, pull back away from your thoughts. Go into the spirit realm and look down on it and say, damn, they screwed you. He didn't screw himself like that. That don't make no sense. Yeah, somebody screwed that. But that's how you know it's the globalists, because they don't give a damn about their own people. Yeah. They screwed. And so the question is, who screwed you and Gavin?
BlackRock.
That's the real question.
BlackRock. So we're gonna expose it.
I'm
Watch
going to
this.
comment about this, and I'm going to shock you.
BlackRock.
People from
Watch this.
BlackRock are going door to
BlackRock.
door offering to buy homes.
What did I tell
now.
you? What did I
They
tell
say,
you?
whatever you do,
He said BlackRock. Remember last night I did a video and I explained BlackRock was in California. They light the fires because they had a laser and set the community on fire. So before they did that, BlackRock knock on people's doors and ask people if they want to sell their homes, and people said no, we don't want to sell our homes. Guess what? Guess what they did? BlackRock, somebody fly the plane and shoot the missile down to the community and light it on fire. And Gavin Newsom is part of it, but they're not informing him for all the things. So they left him out of certain things. All right. So that's why he's scared. That boy's scared. He's scared. Anyway, yeah, he just told you it was BlackRock. Should we go back so you can hear it? It was BlackRock who did it. It's behind the LA fires. Okay, BlackRock is responsible for that. Let's go back so you can understand it. Hold on. All right. All right. I went back a little too far, but we go get back so you can break. I'm breaking it down to you because he just say it.
Screwed you and Gavin.
All right, let's go back. Let's
That's
go. Let's
the real
go.
question.
I'm going to comment about this, and I'm going to shock you. People from BlackRock are going door to door offering to buy homes now. They say, whatever you do with the insurance company is your business. Fix what you want to don't. Here's a price we're willing to pay for your home now. BlackRock is going door to door. You think this happened by accident? The dams have been emptied by Governor Newsom for no good reason. The hydrants are empty for no good reason. LA had its rainiest season this year since the 20s. You know, almost 90 years, 100 years ago. It was the rainiest season, and there's no water in the reservoirs. 3 months ago, State Farm, the big insurer in LA, just happened to cancel everybody's fire policies.
All right, all right. Now let's break this down one more time. BlackRock is responsible for the LA fires. BlackRock went door to door and he asked people if they want to sell their homes. People said no. So guess what he did? Guess what BlackRock did? They went into the planes. They hired somebody who know how to fly a plane, and they went and shut a damn missile down there and should the whole damn community down, burn the whole damn community down. So for what? For what? So they can build smart cities. So they can build smart cities. Not just that. The insurance companies like State Farm, Progressive, all different types of house insurance people back the fuck out because the fire was too damn great, and so they can't afford to replace people's homes. So guess what? All the insurance company back out. See, read between the lines. That's what happened. We tell you when we breaking this all the way down and we exposing this shit so y'all could understand what's going on behind the scenes because they're not gonna come out and tell you this stuff. Wake up, people! Wake up!
Because the governor decided not to allow State Farm to increase their prices. So people now have no insurance. Do you think this happened by accident?
No,
One thing
it's
I learned over
behind.
the years of
It's
working,
an
follow
agenda.
the money.
It's by the
Who's
great
going to
design.
profit
It's the
by
plan
this?
to do
Not
that.
who's getting hurt. Who's going to profit by this? BlackRock is going door to door making offers now for cash. Generous. They want to take everybody's homes. This is the business they're in.
Watch this.
It's not a secret. This has been highly organized. And as I've been
What
saying,
did I tell you?
more is coming. Pay attention.
Now, we've identified what the people are
BlackRock.
behind this. We know that
BlackRock.
it's because they want smart cities. So
What did I just tell you? What did I just tell you? BlackRock is responsible for the LA fires, and they burned the whole damn town. They burned the little city, the little community down, so they can build smart cities. And Doc Waters, he just said this now, so they can build smart cities. And look, and I'm showing you this so you can see it. The United States military just entered the great state of California under emergency power. Turn on the water faucet, right? Y'all can read the rest because y'all got eyes to see. All right, so I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna point this out. You can read it yourself, hey, unless you want me to read it, because I can read the whole damn thing. But we want me to do. I can read the whole thing. You want me to? All right. Hey, I'll let y'all read it too. All right. All right. There you go. I can read if you want me to. But here we go. We're gonna get back into it because we don't got time for this shit. We're gonna continue exposing this shit. Excuse my language. Let's continue.
Donald J. Trump, the United States military just entered the great state of California and under emergency powers turned
Oh,
on
there you
the
go.
water flowed abundantly from Pacific Northwest and beyond. The days of putting a fake environmental argument over people are over. enjoy the water, California. And so what ends up happening is, if you want to stop the globalists, you literally have to undo the regulatory things they've done and the traps that they've set.
Right.
So you'll know when they start to undo this, when they get ready to start trying to burn down some more cities.
So they build
When
smart
they're going to
cities.
try and push forward their smart cities. But this
What did I
alone,
tell y'all? Wake the
combined
fuck
with
up,
what he
man.
was talking about in his meeting with Karen Bass,
I told you. They they did it so they can build smart cities, so they can control people in the smart cities and put cameras up and they control you everywhere. Y'all better wake up, people. Read between the lines. Have some discernment, y'all. People, y'all got to wake up, man. See what's going on.
is the undoing of their plan for smart cities. Watch this. Just so you understand what you're dealing with.
I know my people. You'll be on that thing tonight, throwing the stuff away, and your site it'll look perfect within 24 hours, and that's what he wants to do. He doesn't want to wait around for 7 months till the city hires some demolition contract that's going to charge him $25,000 to do his lot. I think you have emergency powers just like I do, and I'm exercising my emergency powers. You have to exercise them also.
I did exercise them. Yes, but you know that you will be able to go back soon. We think within a week.
That's a long time, a week. I'll be honest. To me, everyone's standing in front of their house. They want to go to work and they're not allowed to do it.
And the most important
week
thing
is a
for
long
people
time.
to be safe.
And this is the craziest thing about these globalists. And this is why you cannot vote a globalist into your.
Now, very important. Donald Trump said it's safe to go back to your lot and clean up. But Carrie Bass and Carrie Bass don't want people to go back to the lots and clean up. This is how Bass is. She evil. She evil. She don't want people to go back to their lots and clean up their property. So they rebuild. Why? Because she behind that shit. Her and Gavin Newsom is behind that shit as well. So they build smart cities. Told y'all about smart city, y'all.
People are just people the world economic forum. Getting people like Karen Bass.
Why did say that?
Gavin.
Yeah.
Because they need people at this lower level to execute their plans. And so this crazy witch says you need to be safe. Safe? Safe for what? You mean my burned down house? It's kind of like what happened in Katrina. People was like, well, man, you got to be safe to go back home. Safe to go back home or what? The mud, the muck, the grime. So you think it's less safe for me to come back 6 months later than it is for me to come back immediately and clean up my house after the shit sat there for 6 months and got molded and rotted out. That's safer when there's black mold than when the drywall is wet and I can cut it out immediately. When I can pull it all out immediately. It's safer to come back when there's black mold in my house than when the drywall is still wet. But that's how crazy these people are. Because they want to get their people in there to get the contracts to get the money.
Safe. They're safe. You know what? They're not safe. They're not safe now. They're going to be much safer. A week is actually a long time, the way I look at it. I watched hundreds of people standing in front of their lots, and they're not allowed to go in. It's gone. It's done. Nothing's going to happen to it. It's not going to burn anymore. There's nothing to burn. There's almost nothing to burn. And they want to go in there, but the people are all over the place. They're standing, and I say, why aren't you going in? We're trying to get a permit, and the permit's going to take them. Everybody said 18 months. You said 18 months. You said 18 months.
And then after that, you're able to just go right in.
But why can't I just go now?
That's just my orders.
How long is the Orange Pass thing?
I got to. I'm not sure there's an expiration date or anything.
No, but there's a line.
I fully understand that, sir, but there's rules and protocols we got to follow.
Watch this. Said
So
Trump
it's
said
January 20.
Trump said he
I
allowed
haven't
to
been able
go
get to my
to his
house
property and
for
clean
20
up.
days.
I fully understand that.
Right.
And it's right down there. It's about 1 minute over there.
Yes, sir.
And here's my address.
Yeah, I fully understand that.
So you want me to go wait in line for 2 hours?
But, sir, there's
That's
no.
what they're told. That's what we're told to advise, sir. You have to go down to where he's telling you to zone 3, and then you get the pass. Once you get the pass, you're able to come up.
But there's like a mile wait to get into zone 3.
I understand because there's all the people that are trying to get the passes. But that's what in order for you to get by, past this checkpoint, you need to get that pass.
But President Trump and Mayor Bass said that we could go.
Trust me, I understand. I'm just telling you what we were advised by our commanders.
Okay.
They're telling you the same thing.
Look, he said Donald Trump and Carrie Bass say they're allowed to go to their properties and clean up. But you're telling them they can't do that. Do you see the agenda behind this evil bullshit? He said Donald Trump and Carrie Bass, they're allowed to go back to their properties and clean up. But they don't want them to do that. See, it's a whole agenda behind that. Read between the lines.
I'm not giving you guys a hard time.
No, I know.
And I appreciate your service.
Thank you, sir. We really appreciate it, but that's unfortunately one of the things that you have to do.
Okay.
It's
So,
the pass.
so I'm back, and it's now January 27th
Yes.
at 9:50 in the morning, and I have to go wait in a multi-hour, probably 5-hour line to get a pass to go to my house.
That is correct.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your service.
I wish you the best.
Now I'm gonna tell you like this. See, California, y'all follow rules, and so they're gonna dog walk y'all. See, Louisiana, no. People's going in. That people's going in. Yeah. People's going home. They were saying you can't get home. People find a way to get home. We got this roadblock. We're gonna go to back street. You're gonna have to block off everything. People was walking to their house. They'd be like, well, you can't go, but you're gonna stop me from walking? You're gonna arrest me? And that's the problem. Y'all lining up for this foolishness. If you just drove past them and everybody drove past them and went to the house, there would be nothing they could do. They don't have enough people to stop you from going to your house. You just drive on past them. But everybody got to be committed. If the same people that was in that mile-long line just drove straight past them, you can't arrest everybody. But now that's the purpose of this video, is to point out that you see America was under attack and California is still occupied. And unfortunately, this orchestrated attack is devastating to the United States of America. It's a combination of weather weapons, direct energy weapons, and policies that were put in place in order to buy up property and build their smart cities. You're talking about a plan that had been laid out and orchestrated for a very long time. Because think about it, you had to put the laws in effect to where, there was no war. So the whole Delta smelt conspiracy had to be put in place. You had to cut off war. You had to have the ability to stoke the flames and the weather. The winds. And then you had to time it correctly. Then you had to have the dew weapon assets, which most people think the dew weapon assets is something that's like a laser out in the damn in space, but I'll just show you. You don't necessarily
Okay,
need
so that's the lasers right there.
a satellite. to
You
pull
see
a
how they got the
satellite. You
plane?
just need a plane.
See the plane? And see the
That's all you
lasers?
need.
You see the lasers?
You don't
That's what did
necessarily
it.
need it.
That's what did it. The lasers. That's what did it.
Now, to use a laser like the one on the ground, you got to take that laser's got to refract off something in the sky because the trajectory. Lasers don't bend and turn.
No.
So it's not like the laser's going to bend, go up in the air, bend and turn and come down. This is how you know it came from a plane
It came
was
from a
moving,
plane. I just told you.
above ground.
I
or a
told you
satellite,
this.
But I don't even think you just need a high
Look at that.
altitude plane in order for this to work.
You see that? It came from a plane. The lasers. The government has
For those of you who will say
the,
there's no such thing as
Black
direct energy
Rock,
weapons,
the
explain to me
elites.
what the laser is.
They got
That's
lasers.
blowing things up, and that's the point I'm making to it.
They got lasers.
Now,
That's
if you
not
were to
normal.
go and
That's not natural
and
at
I'm not going
all.
to do this because I ain't going to do all your research, but I'll help you. If you were to go and look at the Gulf War, but you would have to go and search
All right, so this is
the
probably the
Iraqi
end of the
news
video right here.
because I remember this.
I
Because we
hope
was
y'all
getting stuff on
enjoyed the
radio
video
what was
because
going on.
we break
If you
some
go and
things
search the
down.
Iraqi news around the time of
We
the
break
Gulf
some
War,
things down.
again, Afghan War, you would read stories about lasers coming from the sky and literally killing terrorists. And them hiding from lasers in the sky and lasers coming from the sky and torching buildings that they were in. Now, anybody who was not rockets, lasers. Now, anybody who was on the ground back in those days that you know who served and was going door to door, just ask your partner. Say, bro, were there any kind of laser
All right, so
technology
that's
that
the
you know about
video.
being used in the Afghan war? And they,
All right, so that's the video. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video because we break a lot of things down. I hope you understand it. If you don't, you don't get it. But if you read between the lines and you use your discernment, then you get it and you understand it. All right, so I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that thumbs up.